in studio with me, I have somebody that I think maybe some people would have been obsessed with if he kept it up. That came out wrong. Brendan McCarthy, good morning.
Well, I managed to keep it going by being obsessed with myself for the last 30 years, you know?
Now, you had your moment and you're about to relive that moment because you were in a band. Was it the 90s?
It was a band formed in 1991, yeah.
And it's called Candy's Room.
Candy's Room, yeah. We were named after a Bruce Springsteen song, actually,
Okay.
Candy's Room. And yeah, we formed in 1991. We were 4 school/area friends and one particularly dapper young gentleman called Killian Bushell. And he was our singer, who's now living in Brisbane, of all places, would you believe. But yeah, we were all... We were the brainchild of Niall Mooney, who is one of the most driven people I have ever met. He's one of the few people I've ever met that can, he actually thinks backwards from success. He assumes that he has already achieved success and then follows the road backwards.
Like a style.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And you know what? We've all, we were carried along by this, and it was, it was amazing. Our contemporaries at the time were, A House, Cry Before Dawn. I mean, obviously
were you signed or anything?
No, we never. Would you believe we one recording got to a sort of a compilation CD, which was a big thing back in those days, But we had quite a following around Dublin, and oddly enough,
I'm going to play you now. I am going to play you.
Do.
This is a redo, isn't it? Though this is a redo.
Yes, absolutely.
Like
this is
a distant reunion.
Yeah, this is a song that was... All these songs were written back in 1992, 93. But what we've done is, in the typical lockdown scenario, I was at home, I wasn't doing anything, I was sitting in my man's shed, and, we came up with this crazy idea. So this is basically all recorded during lockdown. But written in the 90s, but recorded in lockdown.
And it's called?
It's called Psycho Killers.
Psycho Killers. I want you to tell me who they sound like. If you think they sound like anyone, because it's driving me mad and he won't tell me.
No.
So who do you think that Candy's Room singing Psycho Killers sounds like? And this is a premiere.
This is a world premiere. This is a
premiere.
world exclusive. Maria, you are the first person to play this anywhere.
Have a listen.
Nocturnal delights all through time. I lost the fight, but now it's war. You're gonna pay for your crime. So don't be the one to criticize when it's your turn and your blood lies on the floor. Death is taking hold of my hand tonight.
Well, holy God.
You weren't expecting
I really like that. I really do. And I've just asked people what they think. A lot of people saying The Killers, and they're really enjoying it. And you just want to... That song was written in the 90s, but you re-recorded it, and you weren't even together when you re-recorded it.
No, it was written back in 1992, and basically this is a real lockdown story because there's myself and Niall. He's in Galway. I'm in Watford, and then Killian, the singer, is in Brisbane. So he sent us the vocals. He recorded the vocals in his wardrobe, in a walk-in wardrobe at home in Brisbane. Absolutely. I recorded all the music in my shed in Waterford, my man shed, you know, and Niall is the ideas man. He's the brains behind the outfit, you know what I mean? He's the guy who drives us all, you know. So, and it was mixed by a fella in Malta. So, you know, I mean, like it's an international effort. But the band, you know, like this was just a sort of collaboration between, you know, we were a band back in the 90s, but we never really got past the demo stage, you know. I mean, look, life got in the way. You know what I mean? One of these things, like, you know, Niall is now an accountant. Killian is in Mike Harney, who was the bass player. He's an ENT consultant down in Cork, would you believe? Well, Donald Birmingham, who was our drummer, is the postmaster in Farnham Post Office, you know? And I went on to live the rock and roll lifestyle, but forgot about being a rock and roll star. You know, I forgot about that part. But of course, you know, I went into the Garda band, and then I went into you know, so like life just got in the way. We never got, and we've always, you know, we had a very loyal following. You know, back in the 90s, and we always wanted, there was always a little bit of us that wanted to, you know, it started out just as a nostalgia project. You know what we'll do? We'll record this album, we'll send it out to our friends, we'll just, like a little memento of the years past and a thank you for supporting us at the time, you know. But all of a sudden we started listening to the songs and going, hang on a minute, there really is something here. You know.
Well, we were talking about the Bay City Rollers earlier on, and this texter says, I remember seeing the Bay City Rollers in the Ardery Hotel first 2 weeks after their first hit. Were they here?
God, I suppose they would have been, yeah. Oh, they would have been.
Anyone else at that gig? Tell us. And also the same texter says, put that band back together. Great energy.
Thanks very much. I'm glad you like it. No, it's you know what? It's been the savior of us. You know what I mean? Like whoever our mobile phone providers are, between myself and Niall, are making a fortune off us. You know what I mean? Because we are on the phone to each other constantly. We're zooming. It's like we've known each other for 35 years now. You know what I mean?
But how hard was it for you to let somebody else sing?
You know what? It's a great question, you know. But Killian is such. I love the sound of Killian's voice, you know. And I think he's actually listening in Brisbane at the moment.
Hi,
so
Killian, you rock, man.
He's an absolute star. You know what I mean? He's great. I love the sound of his voice. And actually, I'm going to say this live on air now, and I'm going to embarrass the life out of two Killians, right? Because I actually. You know, we were all great friends, you know, in the band. And I actually named my firstborn Killian because I had such great associations with the name, you know what I mean? And Killian is such a lovely fella, you know what I mean? You know, so it's like that's the kind of bond, the kind of bonhomie that we had, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's all like, I mean, you can see I'm sitting here smiling like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah. Well, you always are happy. Well, you're always in good form.
But it's all rushing back to me now, and I'm loving it. And I really hope you guys out there enjoy it, because there is an album coming out. And as I say, Maria, at first, you know, I had said to Maria, look, is there any chance maybe we could play the song? She goes, well, look, you know, maybe I'll have a listen. Maybe I can do 30 seconds of it or something like that. And she played the whole thing. And she said to me, she doesn't play music she doesn't like. So Maria...
That's right. Show
Top
me
girl.
up, why don't you? Go for it, Brendan. Sounded fab. That is from Julie Quinlan.
Oh, Julie. Julie, how are you doing? How are things?
So that was great. I really enjoyed that. Thanks very much for coming in and introducing us all to Candy's Room.
Candy's Room. And can I just say, could you follow on the Facebook page? We have a Facebook page, Candy's Room, at Candy's Room 1991. Follow us. You know, there is an album coming out. I'm delighted to have been in here to talk to you about it. It was a real surprise now. You know, we weren't...
And I didn't know, that wasn't the plan when I got in touch with you, because I just wanted to talk to somebody kind of about music and the Bay City Rollers, and wonder, did fellas have that same thing? This just happened as a by the by, like, because when you sent it to me, I listened to it, and as you said, if I liked it, it passed the test.
And I'm delighted. So, follow us, guys. Anybody out there listening, how you doing? And we're Candy's Room are back, baby, back with a
Candy's
bang.
Room are back.